A jnani is aware of the origin and the value of consciousness, this beingness which has spontaneously dawned on him. This same consciousness plays a multitude of roles, some happy, some unhappy, but whatever the roles, the jnani is merely the seer of them. The roles have no effect on the jnani. All your problems are body-mind problems. Even so, you cling to that body. Since you identify with the body-mind, you follow certain polite modes of expression when you talk. I do not. I might embarrass you. You may not be able to take what I say. I have no sense of propriety. You are bound by your own concepts and notions. Actually, you love only this sense of I. You do everything because of this. You are not working for anybody, nor for the nation, but only for this sense of I which you love so much. All these activities go on, but they are only entertainment. The waking and deep sleep states come and go spontaneously. Through the sense of I, you spontaneously feel like working. The I which appears is unreal. How unreal it is, I have proven. The moment I is proven unreal, who is it who knows that the I is unreal? This knowledge within you that knows the I is unreal, that knowledge which knows change, must itself be changeless, permanent. You are an illusion, Maya, an imagination. It is only because I know that I'm unreal that I know you also are unreal. It is not like this, because I am real, you are unreal. It is like this, because I am unreal, everything is unreal. Consciousness depends on the body. The body depends on the essence of food. It is the consciousness which is speaking now. If the food essence is not present, the body cannot exist. Without the body, would I be able to talk? Can you do anything to retain this sense of I? As it came spontaneously, so will it go. It will not forewarn you by announcing, I am going tomorrow. A doubt has arisen and you are trying to find the solution. But who is it that has this doubt? Find out for yourself. How did I get to the truth that I prevail everlasting? By meditating on the meditator, by I amness, merging into I amness. Only then did I understand what my true nature is. The great sages meditated in the same way. Nobody had told me how to do it. I did not seek this knowledge externally. It sprouted within me. I meditated like the sages and saw a vision. Initially there was space, and in the space I saw the principles embodied. Actually, they have no bodies, but in my vision they had bodies. I called them Prakriti and Purusha, the male and female aspects of cosmic consciousness. Until the union of Prakriti and Purusha, the dynamic, all-pervading consciousness lay in a dormant state. In the union of the male and female aspects, emissions were planted in the female of these figures. When these emissions merged in the womb, they started taking form. After 9 months of gestation, an infant was delivered. That consciousness which was planted in the womb was the causal body, the Lingadiha. In that Lingadiha, the knowledge I am was in a dormant condition. This is what I saw in meditation. Every being experiences the Ishvara state, either directly or potentially, but he is so wrapped up in this objective world that he loses his identity. You must know what this I am principle is. It appears spontaneously, and with its appearance begins the riddle of conceptual life. Start from the very beginning. In this gross world I began with my parents, because I knew full well that my principle was already dwelling there in the collection of their bodily elements out of which I emanated. But I came to the conclusion that it could not be that principle which came from the mother's body. There is nobody here who is 100 years old. Does that mean that 100 years ago you did not exist? The one who said, I don't know, must have been there. In short, you were not like this, but you must have been something. You must comprehend this correctly. 100 years back, I was not like this, so the one pointing this out must have been there. You did and do exist unto eternity. What I am expounding does not relate to worldly knowledge. You do not want to give up either worldly knowledge or so-called spiritual knowledge, and yet, through these worldly concepts, you want to understand the riddle of your existence, and that is precisely why you are not able to understand. In truth, your state is one of absolute bliss, not this phenomenal state. In that non-phenomenal state, you are full of bliss, but there is no experience of its presence. In that state, there is no trace of misery or unhappiness, only unalloyed bliss. What am I talking about? Because you want some satisfaction according to your own concepts, you try to qualify unalloyed bliss. The term Ananda has significance only when it signifies that the bodily beingness is available to experience it. When you are in deep sleep and start to see forms, you are actually dreaming. Aren't those dream forms coming from your own beingness? Whatever you see, even in the waking state, doesn't it come from your own beingness, which is dwelling within the body? In deep sleep, consciousness was in a dormant condition. There were no bodies, no concepts, no encumbrances. Upon the arrival of this apparently wakeful state, with the arrival of the concept I am, the love of I am woke up. That itself is Maya, illusion. That is the Saguna Brahma state. Because of your beingness, the other states are. Dream world is very old. It is not new. You see old monuments in your dreams. Your beingness is very powerful. The emergence of this beingness itself constitutes time. Everything is beingness. But I, the Absolute, am not that. In meditation, there was space. When suddenly two forms appeared out of no form, Prakriti and Purusha, and the quintessence of these forms was the knowledge I am. There were no forms. Then suddenly forms appeared, just as in the dream world. You, as a dreamer, are sleeping on the bed, but in your dream world you see a body and you think it is you, and you are doing everything through this dream body. In that same way, bodies are created in the so-called waking state. The Prakriti and Purusha state has no form and is eternal, having neither a beginning nor an end. But from it come the five elements, and with them simultaneously the body is formed at the moment that time is first experienced. This process is ever continuing, with the body form merely indicative of the opportunity to experience time. This explanation will not reach home to everyone. At the moment of so-called death, with what identity would you like to depart? While I am talking about knowledge that is beyond this phenomenal world, you are trying to understand through worldly concepts and words. Give up all these concepts and inquire into the nature of your beingness. How did you happen to be? Ponder it. The real blessing of the Guru comes when your knowledge itself sprouts inside you. The world is your direct experience, your own observation. All that is happening at this level, but I am not at this level. I have dissociated myself from sattva guna, beingness. The ultimate state in spirituality is the state where no needs are felt at any time, where nothing is useful for anything. That state is called nirvana, nirguna, that which is the eternal and ultimate truth. The essence and sum total of this whole talk is called Satguru Parabrahman, that state in which there is no requirements. After the dissolution of the universe, when no further vestige of creation was apparent, what remained is my perfect state. All through the creation and dissolution of the universe, I remain ever untouched. I have not expounded this part. My state never felt the creation and dissolution of the universe. I am the principle which survives all the creations, all the dissolutions. This is my state and yours, but you don't realize it because you are embracing your beingness. Realizing it is only possible when one gets support from invincible faith, from that eternal Satguru Parabrahman. This state, this Parabrahma principle, is eternal and is also the Satguru. It is the eternal property of any devotee of a guru. You are both the question and the answer. All your questions come from your identification with the body. How can any questions relating to that which was prior to the body and consciousness be answered? There are yogis who have sat in meditation for many, many years seeking answers to this question, but even they hadn't understood it, and yet you are complaining. It's a mystery only to the ignorant. To the one not identified with the body, it is no longer a mystery. There are no individuals. There are only food bodies with the knowledge I am. There is no difference between an ant, a human being, and Ishvara. They are all the same quality. The body of an ant is small, an elephant's is large. The strength is different because of its size, but the life force is the same. For knowledge, the body is necessary. If you continue in the realm of intellect, you will become entangled and lost in more and more concepts. Consciousness is time flowing continuously, but I, the Absolute, will not have its company eternally because consciousness is time-bound. When this beingness goes, the Absolute will not know I am. Appearance and disappearance, birth and death, these are the qualities of beingness. They are not your qualities.